Hey everybody, it's Jason Cruz. Just wanted to remind you before we get this video started to visit MMApayout.com, subscribe to the YouTube channel this video is appearing on, and also the Substack that will compile all these videos from the interviews and the legal submission as well. Today's interview, special guest Kenny Florian. He will be talking about the PFL Challengers series, in which he is a commentator, and that goes every Friday on Fubo TV through March 17th. And the new PFL season actually starts April 1. No fooling. PFL season 4, I believe, starts April 1. And without any further ado, Kenny Florian. Hey, this is Jason Cruz here with MMA Payouts, the interview, and this time we have the guy from The Ultimate Fighter, Season 1, my favorite Ultimate Fighter. We're not going to be talking about that too much. We're going to be talking about PFL Challengers series. It's Kenny Florian. Kenny, how you doing today?
How you doing, Jason?
I'm doing great. Now, I wanted to ask you, before we get into this, Kraken Bruins. Is that the Stanley Cup final?
I definitely think the Bruins are one of the favorites to be in the final. I was, actually fighting when the Bruins won their last cup, and I hope they do it again, man. I actually got a chance to pick it up with
you
one of
really?
my buddies, Sean Thornton, who played for the Bruins back in the day. Invited me to one of their celebratory parties, and it was a blast, man. It was awesome. So I still know a lot of the guys who are on the team, and cheering for those guys, man. They've been killing it all season.
Now I know you're in Florida, but do you get to go to any Bruins games?
I don't. John Anik was actually just at one, so I was pretty jealous. I haven't been to a game in a long time, but I think I need to change that.
Yeah. Now you've referred to John Anik, the Florian and Anik podcast. That's what I'm going to call it. PFL Challengers, you are going to be on the guest panel, and I know I listened to your latest podcast. I know Anik was riding you about, it's only a 4-fight deal. Go get drunk. Go use any kind of drugs you want to. You don't even shower. Please clear the air. You're going to be a professional for this 4-fight deal.
That's hilarious. Always, absolutely. You're gonna be a professional. I can't mix pleasure and work like that. Yeah, not talented enough.
I didn't think that was going to be the case, but tell me a little bit about the PFL Challengers, what you're doing for it. You're going to be a guest panelist along with, I believe, Randy Couture, and is it just you?
Yeah, so I'll actually be commentating that with Sean O'Connell, actually, and Randy Couture, Paige Van Zandt, and I'm not sure exactly who the third judge is going to be, but yeah, they're basically, it's kind of like American Idol, where they come, they have to win the fight. The fans get to vote on whether they think that should be the next PFL contract winner. The judges get to vote on whether that will be the next PFL contract winner. And then the tiebreaker is our matchmaker, Ray Sefo, who decides, ultimately, if it's tied up, who will get that contract. This week, we have the women's featherweights going at it. A lot of talented fighters on the card. We have 4 great fights. And they're all trying to win that contract so they can fight for that $1 million this year. So this is huge. Now we're in a stage where there's so much talent. There's so many great gyms all over the world, where the PFL is doing their best to ensure their future by signing the best up-and-coming talent that they can find. So it's an exciting time to be a mixed martial arts fan. We're going to see a ton of talent on Friday night on Fubo TV. So I'm excited.
So let's talk about a little bit about the judging process, because the first week you actually had a little bit of not a controversy. You had to employ Ray Sefo to make his decision because Thad Jean won the contract. However, the fans picked someone. I don't remember his name. I forgot, but he had
Kenley St. Louis. Yeah, yes. Kenley St. Louis, who was actually the teammate of Thad Jean. Mm-hmm. So yeah, ultimately it was Thad Jean that got the nod really talented kid. This is one of the most physically gifted kids that I've seen in a very long time. A lot of people, say world class athlete. This kid looks like a world class athlete. The way that he moves, his power, his speed, his size for that weight division, he's someone to watch for sure. And as he gets more experience, he's just going to get more and more dangerous. So yeah, no, it was exciting. They were tied up. They're both teammates. They're kind of looking at each other, smiling, not sure which way Ray was going to go. Ray ultimately chose Thad Jean. What was interesting is Kenley St. Louis is going to be fighting in a couple weeks for us at 155 pounds. So he was supposed to fight at 155 pounds. He was there on fight week. And I think the original opponent wasn't able to make weight. They asked Kenley if he was available. He's like, yeah. He's like, I train 7 days a week. He's like, I'm in shape. Put me in. And he ended up winning. So it was pretty cool in the first round by submission. Yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So let's talk about this week. Do you have any picks as people as fighters to look out for this Friday's women's featherweights?
Definitely. The women that come to mind, actually, the first fight of the night should be phenomenal.
Yes.
Amanda Levy against Naranjagal Sindayush, who is a judo Olympian out of Mongolia. Mongolia has produced some of the best judokas over the last decade or so, both in men and women. So excited to see how she transitions her judo game into mixed martial arts. And Amanda Levy, tremendous jiu-jitsu practitioner, showed her toughness last year in the PFL. Jeslyn Michelle has been very dominant. Excited to see her. Jackie Cataline, who was this close to making the Olympic team for the United States in freestyle wrestling. I think Michelle Montague, who trains an American top team, training partner of Kayla Harrison, ton of potential, exciting fighter. They call her the wild one. So excited to see her go as well.
I actually had a chance to interview her, former rugby player.
Yes.
Like you said, Kayla Harrison's training partner, and also bullied me into taking an ice bath. So that's, she indicated that ice baths were things to recover. I said I take them, and she said I did not. But anyway, that shows her she's the wild one. But so how long? So will you be commentating every Friday?
I will. Yes. Yeah. I'll be working the shows with Sean O'Connell as always, and we have a blast calling these fights. Yeah.
That's awesome. Now, can we expect the announcement just came out that a PFL season starts April 1? Can we expect you to be on any of these commentating gigs?
I will. I'll be there all season long, and excited to do it, man. I just saw the announcement. We'll be in Vegas and traveling all over, so there's gonna be some great fights.
That's awesome, Kenny. I wanted to ask you one quick question before we head out. Now, I know your last fight. I know, first of all, that if they had a featherweight division in the 2000s, you would rule the roost of the featherweight divisions. Obviously, your last fight was against Jose Aldo, who has just been inducted into the UFC Hall of Fame. Can you give a little bit a spiel about how it was fighting Jose?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm a long ways away from featherweight today, my friend, but thank you. Jose Aldo, it's amazing when you look at his career, because he was a guy who was an innovator. He was doing a lot of things that a lot of mixed martial artists today are doing because of him. So he was really leading the way in regards to technique, approach, strategy. He was undefeated for 10 years. Even if he was never a champion, to be undefeated in mixed martial arts at a high level for 10 years is unheard of. There's just not a whole lot of people that can do that. That shows you how dominant and how good Jose Aldo was in his prime. And even when he wasn't in his prime, he was still top 2 or 3 in the world in both 145-pound weight class and the 135-pound weight class. So my mind is blown when I think about all the things that he has accomplished as a mixed martial artist. He will go down as one of the best ever to do it, a true legend of the game. And I wish him the best, man. I think that there's a lot to learn about Jose Aldo. Even if you go back now and you are a current fighter, go back, watch his fights. There's still so much to learn about his game, how sophisticated it was, and how dangerous and good he was.
Awesome. Well, Kenny Florian, K-Flo, I really thank you for your great time. It's been an honor to talk to you. PFL Challengers starts, it's second week on Friday, women's featherweights. He'll be on the mic with Sean O'Connell. I don't have a robot to give to you. Otherwise, I would allow you to destroy it. But BattleBots, hopefully we will see. You could see that still. Yes. Thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it, Kenny.
Thank you, Jason. Take care.
Okay, have a good one. Bye-bye.
Bye, you too.